In 1992, George Marcello was diagnosed with liver disease. Luckily for George Marcello, a suitable organ was donated. In August of 1995, George received a new liver and a new lease on life. This new lease on life inspired George to bring organ donation to the attention of the Canadian public.
Well, actually, today is day 252, and we kind of extended it from 527 days. We're reaching 600 days.
Right.
More cities and towns are coming on board, wanting us to come through their community.
George, a fellow North American from Canada, is in the studio with me right now. Hi, and welcome to Rome. Thanks for coming by.
Hi, thank you for having me here too.
A British student who was injured when a suicide bomber blew himself up on a bus in Israel has died.
Five people were killed. Among the dozens injured were two 18-year-old students from Glasgow. One of them, Yoni Jesner, is in a critical condition.
I think we more felt that maybe this was something, you know, a wee positive thing that we could do. What do you think of the fact that your son's kidney has been donated to a Palestinian girl?
7-year-old Yasmin Abu Ramila slowly recovers in the intensive care ward at a children's hospital in Tel Aviv.
I would like the Palestinian family, and not just their family, but the Palestinian people, to see that as a very positive message. It was a really special moment to meet them, especially with myself and Dina. I was crying at that point and she came forward to hug me, and that really meant a lot to me. And I felt at that moment she really felt my sadness, and I also felt her helplessness, because what could she do? That her greatest happiness was my greatest sadness.
It's difficult, if not impossible, to imagine peace between Israelis and Palestinians. But here's a story about people hardened by war and mistrust who, because of a single act of generosity, are forced to look at each other in a different way.
In Jenin, a Palestinian boy was playing with a toy gun outside. Israeli defense forces, which were operating in the area, thought it was a Kalashnikov and shot him. The army's entrance into Jenin today ended up hurting someone innocent. Ahmed Khatib was critically wounded by an Israeli bullet and transferred to Rambam Hospital here in Israel.
Good evening. A Palestinian boy dies in Rambam Hospital, and his parents decide to donate his organs. 6 Israelis will receive the heart, kidneys, lungs, and liver of little Ahmed.
Beginning a year after his son's death, Ismail Khatib took several journeys to Israel to visit the families who'd received Ahmed's organs. Their first visit was to the Druze girl who received Ahmed's heart, Samah Gadban. They also visited the Bedouin boy who had one of Ahmed's kidneys, Mohammed Kabwa. Eventually, Khatib and Habouab drove to Jerusalem, where they met the Orthodox Jewish girl who received Ahmed's other kidney, Menua Rivka Levinson.
As you know, we get tons of letters and emails and videos every single day, and when I saw this next video that came in, I knew I wanted to meet this young woman. Let's watch her.
My name is Elaine Campbell. I'm a huge fan, and I'm 20 years old. I'm currently living in Toronto, and I'm waiting for a call from the transplant team for a double lung transplant.
So that is Aileen. She can't travel right now, and I thought we would surprise her via Skype. She thinks that she's waiting to Skype with a producer. She can't see me, and that is her waiting. And so let's surprise her and show her who she's going to Skype with right now. Hi! Surprise! Hi, Aileen! Hi, Aileen. He's help you do that. By the way, I am an organ donor, and I have been an organ donor for a long, long time. I believe in that. So, okay?
Oh, hi, Mom. Mama, come in here. Can I bring her in?
All right, yeah.
Quickly.
Hi, Mom.
She's my support.
Yeah.
Hi, look.
Is walking across the country promoting organ donor awareness.
That's the message Christopher Knowles is taking across Canada.
I was born with a disease called biliary atresia.
A Sarnia teenager who desperately needs a liver transplant has set out on a Trans-Canada trek to promote organ donation.
Christopher Knowles is walking for his life.
13-year-old Christopher Knowles, and behind him, students from King George Public School. He's doing it because over 4,000 people in Canada are on waiting lists for organs, including himself. But what Chris can do is talk to others like this group and tell them how donating organs saves lives. These grade 7 and 8 students are listening.
I think that it's really cool that he's doing something, and it's not for himself. He needs a liver transplant, so he knows how it feels for other people who feel that way.
The western leg of Christopher's journey ends up in Victoria, BC in late summer. The eastern leg starts out in St. John's, Newfoundland in late July. Christopher returns home Christmas.
Lung transplant and is doing well. Steve has been going across the country with the Torch of Life, asking young people to remember the importance of organ donation because it can save a life.
Khaled Khatib is leading the charge.
Let's go! 20-year-old Khaled Khatib arrived at City Hall carrying the Torch for Life. Khatib's 11-year-old brother was accidentally killed by an Israeli soldier back in 2005. His family donated his brother's organs, which helped save 5 Israeli children. So now Khatib wants to spread the message of the importance of organ donations by visiting 75 communities right across the country.
So his goal was to get 1 million Ontarians to sign up to be organ donors.
after being given the precious gift of life.
If Yoni's life had not tragically been cut short, he'd planned to return to Israel once he'd qualified as a doctor. His ambition was to help save lives. Ironically, in death, that's exactly what he's done.
We live in peace. We need to live in peace. Each one to help each other, to talk to each other.
شوف أحمد في كل طفل من هاي الأطفال. أنا امبارح أنا بصراحة يعني حسيت إنه أحمد.
The gift pinpoints the human side. It highlights that side that in all this suffering that's going on, it really comes down to ordinary people and their day-to-day lives, and their lives are worth something. I hope it gives the opposite message to everything that terrorism stands for, is that the life is precious and that we value life no matter whose life it is.